Welcome back. This is still the Premier League preview show on Citi TV. Let me go through final batch of messages. Abdul Fatai Gunu Abdullah from Saveluka says, Man City will win the Champions League. Derek from Tema says, Spurs and Villa will win. Liverpool will win the league and the Champions League. Jay the Hitch, our very good friend, Emmanuel Nubo, says, Villa, Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham. Those are his picks of the week. Says he likes how Villa has bounced back after the little slump under Gerrard. They could surprise Arsenal. Spurs are on a win-loss run. Won't be surprised if they take another L after their first win. Aladdin from Teman says, welcome back from your honeymoon. I pray the Saudis buy our team so that we go for Ireland and give Lukaku to Crystal Palace, as Woon to me said, okay? And Oko Madina says, I'm hoping for a Villa win. Interesting stuff there. Alrighty, now let's get ready and let's get into the learning points or the learning zone. It's time for the FPL Zone. Welcome. This is the FPL Zone on the Premier League preview show, and the man is back to guide us through a challenging weekend. I present to you the Oracle. Hello.
Hi, Nathan.
How are you doing?
I'm very good.
It's been ages.
Yeah.
Are you quiet?
You look good.
Thank you. So what have you got for us this weekend? This is a very strange weekend. Mm-hmm. Very, very strange weekend.
Very strange.
I don't think that there are even enough teams for people to even put together full squads.
Yeah. So this is a contention. For those who have their free hits, I don't advise you use it this time around.
Oh?
Why? Because there are not enough fixtures and there's not enough guarantees that there will be goals this week. Mm-hmm. If you look at the teams that are facing, you expect Arsenal and Aston Villa to be a very tight game.
I think there were 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games. Wolves don't concede too much. They don't score too much. Leeds, in as much as they open up, yes, their defense is not good, but because Wolves don't score too much, you don't expect too many goals. And Leeds themselves are not getting the ball in the back of the net too often. So you don't expect too many goals this week. It means there will not be too many high performers. And 4 fixtures means you have to 8 teams to choose from. And that is not enough to build a free hit around. That's 11 players who come in and make an impact. So I will advise that if you have 6 players or if you have 5 players who have matches this week, then you use your free transfer to get in a sit. 6 out of 11 is okay. But then, if you are bringing that one player in, I advise you bring in Coutinho, Kane, or Kulusevski. If you have
one of the three,
or if you have 2 out of the 3, that is fine.
Coutinho, Kane, and Kulusevski.
I also don't advise you take a hit if you don't have, if you have like 5 players, or you don't have, if you have less than 5 players who are playing, it's not advisable to take a hit, because then if you bring in those 2 players or that one player, that one extra player, and he doesn't perform, that goes against you, and you don't have enough players playing matches to be able to cover up that -4, -8 points deduction. This is it's the same thing in the Premier League. It's a critical time of the season. In fantasy, it's also a critical time of the season. Whether you are battling relegation like Fentu Tahiru, or you are at the top and you are gunning for the title like Olile Salvador. So it's a very dicey period in the season, and you don't want to take some decisions that will come back and haunt you. The interesting thing about this game week is that because it's 4 fixtures, it affects everybody. And most of the key performers throughout the season are not playing. So it's going to affect everybody. So the decision to take this week can have a huge impact on the end of the season. That's why I say it's most likely by this point in the season, Harry Kane is one of the highest owned players. So it means most people have him in their teams. So you maintain that. So now you're looking for differentials. Coutinho, by this time, he's owned by quite a number of people, but not everybody has him, and everybody has a free transfer. So I think you go for Coutinho this week. Coutinho or Saka.
Okay.
Coutinho or Saka. So that's now 4 players. Coutinho or Saka, Kulusevski, and then Kane. Aside that, don't take a hit, and I don't think it makes sense to use your free hit. The free hit will make sense when the outstanding games start coming in, because most people have already used their free hit because of what happened during the COVID postponements and things. But if you still have your free hit, I advise keep it. It will come in handy in the next 3 or 4 game weeks where teams start getting their outstanding fixtures rescheduled. That's when you have double game weeks and you have the opportunity to bring in most of those key players who have double game weeks. Because remember, Spurs will have a double game week, Arsenal will have a double game week, Liverpool also have a double game week coming in around the corner. So these are top teams that will have double game weeks. And if you have the high performance like the Salers, like the Canes having double game weeks, and you can bring them all into your team with the free hits. That will make more sense than using the free hits now with just 4 fixtures in the window. All
right, just before I let you go, let's have a look at the fixtures for this game week 30. Tricky game week there. Daniel, maybe you can give us some predictions, the Oracle. Wolves, Leeds, Villa, Arsenal, Leicester, Brentford, and Spurs, West Ham.
The games that matter, Aston Villa will not lose against Arsenal. And Tottenham Spurs will be a tough one, but I think we'll end in a draw.
Okay.
Yeah, but Aston Villa will not lose against Arsenal.
Aston Villa will not lose against Arsenal. Why do I sense that that prediction is tinged with a lot of very personal interest? Okay, let's have one last look at the fixtures before we wrap it up. Remember, Premier League Preview Show probably brought to you by Mozart. Wolves and Leeds, Friday Night Classic. Villa, Arsenal, Saturday. Leicester and Brentford on Sunday. Spurs and West Ham also on Sunday. Somebody's asking, so where are the other teams? Well, some are playing in the FA Cup, and that's what's going on this weekend. Of course, you can't mix Premier League and FA Cup. There are others who are not doing anything at all, like Manchester United. They are away for the next 2 weeks. They are not doing anything. So they better read more of the lesson notes from Mr. Rangnick. So that's the story of this particular match week. So that's that. The Oracle, thank you so much. Next week we should have a fuller time, or when there's a proper game week, we'll have a fuller time. Then you can have a more regular FPL session. But many thanks for watching. This has been the Premier League Preview Show. My name is Nathan Kwao. Many thanks to everybody who tuned in, your messages and everything that came through. We love them. Shout outs to the team that made it happen, production, lights, camera, sound, directors, everybody who made it happen. We are back next Friday with another exciting episode of the Premier League Preview Show on Citi TV. Remember, the games are live on Citi 97.3 FM. Tune in, enjoy, have fun, and catch more of the stories on citisportsonline.com. Have a super weekend. Take care. We catch you next week.